We are here to have some chit chat about those things that we often try to avoid, our hurts, our hangups, and our habits. Will you please share this venue with others? Will you please subscribe? And will you please meet us here as we chit and chat about our hurt, hangups, habits, and how to heal from them? Will you do that for me? See you soon. Hey y'all, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night. This is Jewel Wilson Murphy. I am here with All Photos Considered. I am so grateful that you all decided to take time today to tune in to this segment. This segment is fitting for what you will do tomorrow, right? Everybody's gonna do it. We've been assigned to do it, and it's necessary to do. What am I talking about? From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on November 8th, go to the polls. Go to the polls. What are you going to the polls for? You're going to the polls to vote. Voting is as necessary as breathing. You all know when you think about voting, you might think about those who have gone on before us. You might think about Martin Luther King. You might think about Rosa Parks. You might think about so many people in so many situations that we've heard about as we've grown up. We know, even in the times that we're in right now, you don't have to look so far back. You can look right now and see how necessary voting is. Necessary because we want our voices heard. Necessary because we want things to change. Necessary, y'all, because it's time for a change. Necessary because we want to walk differently. We want people to realize that we are important, that our voices matter, that our votes matter, that our votes count. We need to change our thinking. You all know what we do here. Hurts, habits, and hangups is what we're here for. And what is it? Is it a habit that we don't vote? Is it a hurt because we've gone and maybe we voted for this person or that person or this situation or that situation and we didn't get what we want? So now we've been hurt, so we decide that we don't want to vote anymore. Well, I'm here to tell you that our votes matter, our votes count, and they can't be counted and they can't matter if we don't go to the polls. November 8th is that day. November 8th is the day that our voices will be heard. Think about your forefathers. Think about your grandparents or great-grandparents that couldn't vote. Think about there was a time when women could not vote, when our voices were not heard, when people wanted to keep us silent. Those times are gone. Well, they may still be here if we don't vote. You have to vote. Voting makes a difference. Look online if you don't know what to vote for or who to vote for. There are judges. You can go online and you can study the judges to see where they came from, to see what they stand for. The ballot is very clear on what they're voting for or what we're voting for. And you can read it. You can study it. You'll have information below on where you can study those things at. 2022, there's a pamphlet available to all of us so we can study what's important. You have to vote because our lives depend on it. You have to vote because it's necessary for the people who've gone on before us to make this place for us. Freedom. We talk about let freedom ring. Well, is freedom ringing, or are we allowing freedom to stand still because we don't vote? We have freedom to vote, but if we don't exercise that freedom, if we don't exercise that right, then the people before us have gone on, died, lost their lives for nothing. Let freedom ring. That's what they say. Well, I want to know. Tell me below. Comment. Don't forget. Share, like, and subscribe. Please comment before and let us know. Are you voting tomorrow? Have you already voted? Have you sent in your absentee ballot? Have you done your due diligence to get your voice heard? Are you voting like your life depended on it? Are you voting like the medical care depends on it? Are you voting like your child's choice sexually depends on it? Are you voting like your son or your daughter is a transgender and you want them to be heard? You want them to be recognized? You want them to be treated fairly? You may not agree with their lifestyle, but you do want them to be treated fairly. Are you voting like your parents? Medical insurance is not enough, but the vote that you cast may help them get additional medical insurance, medical coverage. Vote like your loved one is going to be impacted by your vote. Let freedom ring. Well, the freedom is in the ballot. The freedom is in casting your ballot. The freedom is letting your voices be heard. As a people, we need to get out. We need to vote. We need to choose the candidate that best represents us, best represents you, best represents me, represents my children and my children's children. Will you vote tomorrow? Will you meet me at the polls to vote, to say what is on your mind through your ballot? I'll be there at 7:05 a.m. Meet me there. Don't forget, your vote matters. Cast your vote. Comment below that you will be casting, that you already cast it. We don't know. Whatever you decide, but we just want to make sure that you decide. John Lewis said, get in good trouble. Will you all meet us at the poll to get in good trouble? We'll talk to you next week to see what happened throughout this week. We'll watch your comments and we'll make sure we respond to you. Don't forget, I'm here with All Photos Considered. I am Jewel Wilson Murphy. Mention me. You will receive 10% off your photo and or media need. Hope you're having a great week. Have a great day.